The nature of our thoughts is both fascinating and complex. Thoughts arise from the intricate workings of our minds, and they are influenced by a variety of factors such as our experiences, our emotions, our beliefs, as well as external stimuli. Understanding how thoughts come about and learning how to control them can empower us to navigate our inner world with greater clarity and intention. Thoughts emerge as a result of the constant interplay that is happening between our conscious and subconscious mind. Thoughts can arise spontaneously, they can be triggered by external events or internal associations. Now, controlling our thoughts is a skill that can be honed through practice and self awareness. Number one is mindfulness. When we become mindful, we start to observe our thoughts without judgment or any attachment with them. By developing this awareness and this mindfulness, we can recognize any unhelpful or any negative thought patterns, and we can gently redirect our thoughts, our focus onto something that is more positive and constructive for us. So that is what mindfulness can help us with. Second part is cognitive reframing of our thoughts, right? In this, what we essentially do, and this is a technique that I use for my coaching a whole lot. The whole reframing technique involves consciously challenging and reframing our negative thoughts or our limiting beliefs that we hold, or our limiting thoughts that we entertain all the time. By reframing them, by questioning the accuracy or the validity of those thoughts, right? By understanding that we have the power to replace them with more empowering alternatives, we have the opportunity to shift our perspective and cultivate a more positive mindset. Number three is thought stopping. And this is a very interesting technique that we use, which is, when we notice any unwanted or any intrusive thoughts that are mentally, like disturbing us, we can always interrupt by telling them stop. And seriously, try this sometimes. It's like when we actually visually just say stop and do this action of a stop sign, our mind gets it. You'll notice that suddenly the thoughts are stopped. Suddenly you gain consciousness. Suddenly you come right into the present moment when we do that thought stopping exercise, right? So this technique will help us break the cycle of negative thinking, and it will allow us to more and more consciously choose a different thought. Number four is guided visualization. Now, this is an interesting way of getting a control on our thoughts. And by that, what I mean is that if we are engaging in guided visualization exercises, right, we can help steer our thoughts in a desired direction. We can vividly imagine positive outcomes. We can create those visualizations that are going to be appealing to what our outcomes we desire to have. And we can visualize a peaceful and a serene environment. We can direct our thoughts toward more uplifting, more productive thoughts, more productive avenues. And number five is cognitive behavioral therapy. Now, I'm sure many of you have heard of it, but what really that technique involves is really identifying and challenging the negative thoughts that we have and replacing those negative thought patterns with more realistic and constructive thoughts. Some of the times when we are having those negative thoughts, we tend to really go down, our energy level, our whole vibration changes, right? So if we are able to steer our thoughts and be more constructive and consciously constructive around, those, then we are able to really rise above very quickly, and we are able to, work with any trained experts or anybody else who are able to provide us valuable guidance and support. So those are the techniques and the ways that we can have control over our thoughts. But let's remember that controlling thoughts does not mean suppressing them or avoiding them altogether. We are talking about really developing a healthy relationship with our thoughts, and a relationship where we have the agency to choose which thoughts to engage with and which ones to drop. With that, we can cultivate a more positive and empowering thought landscape, which will help us get to a greater level of mental clarity and a deeper level of inner peace. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.